The text shared between Johnny Depp and Paul Bettany shed some light on Paul Bettany's true thoughts about Amber Heard. In today's video, we are going to discuss what does Paul Bettany think about Amber Heard. Stay tuned to find out. Johnny Depp and Paul Bettany's relationship. Johnny Depp claims to have met Paul Bettany when they were making the much maligned film The Tourist. The 2010 movie, which co-starred Angelina Jolie, gave Johnny and Paul the opportunity to get to know each other. Johnny explained their meeting as an instant connection. Their sense of humor is one of the things that they connected with. It should be pointed out that many fans did not get Johnny and Paul's dark sense of humor when a shocking text message chain about Amber Heard was read in court. Still, Johnny claimed that it was one instance of them trying to find the comedy in a very unfortunate and unpleasant situation. Talking about the text that the two actors exchanged about Johnny's ex-wife, Depp said, "In context, it's important to know that none of it was ever intended to be real. The language that's used, which I am ashamed of, has been spread around the world like peanut butter." Johnny even went on to claim that his message to Paul about burning Amber Heard is actually a direct reference to a sketch in Monty Python about burning witches. Even before the recent defamation court case in America and the earlier libel court case in the UK, it's been said that Paul and Johnny have enjoyed partying together. They have stayed by each other through thick and thin, which seems to mean that Paul has sided with Johnny during his ongoing legal dispute, but this remains to be very doubtful. Amber Heard and Paul Bettany's relationship. Johnny summed up his statement of Amber and Paul's relationship as horrible and went on to claim that she disliked him. Depp said, "Mainly because we had become such close friends, and for her, he was a threat and would take me away from her. In regard to, if Paul Bettany was getting the attentions from me, that was a showstopper. It would cause all kinds of unpleasantries." The actor also went on to describe a tense exchange between Amber and Paul on his private island in the Bahamas. The actor said, "We were on the island with Mr. Bettany, his wife Jennifer Connelly, and his 4 kids. Ms. Heard and Mr. Bettany got into some debate over lunch, and he just remembered that whenever Mr. Bettany tried to make a point, she would talk over him, and then it began to get quite harsh. She got mean and she got loud. And then Depp believed it was his 18-year-old boy who entered inside the conversations because it was something to do with what he studied in school and knew a lot about it, and expressed his opinion and misheard the mean that young man to the point where he burst into tears and walked away. It was at that point Depp had spoken to Miss Heard and said, 'That's just unacceptable. That behavior is unacceptable. You have no freedom to demean that boy. You cannot always be right. You should try being wrong sometimes because you might understand something.' After this incident, Depp asked Amber to leave the island so that he, Paul, and their family could enjoy everything in peace. According to the notorious text messages shared between Paul and Johnny, it looks like Paul was not a fan of Amber. However, Johnny claimed that he and Paul hardly spoke about Amber. This may be because of Paul's tense relationship with her, or because of the fact that their connections was based on other things. But because of this, Paul has almost never said anything about Amber in public, nor has she said anything about him. He has stated that the subject was very hard to talk about and didn't want to pour fuel on the fire. However, some fans have believed that Paul trolled Amber by sharing a picture of himself with a fake baby soon after she posted a similarly framed picture holding her child. But this could also be a genuine coincidence. Due to this disturbing text exchange between Johnny and Paul, the truth of Heard and Paul's dynamic has come into question. Were Paul and Amber at each other's throats from the start? It is still debatable. While Paul has stayed silent about his true feelings about Amber Heard, we have learned a lot through his connections with Johnny. What's your take on this topic? Let us know in the comment section below. With that being said, it's time to end our today's video. Press the like button and subscribe to our channel for more interesting stuff. Peace out.